What is going on, guys? Opulent Vision back, trying again to get sub 20, and we got so close today, guys. We were so close, but I guess another episode coming in the future of us getting even closer. With that being said, go ahead and leave your comments for next week's video, asking questions about my personal life, cubing life, whatever. I'll answer them. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first question by Pat the Great 10. He asks, how is your day going? Well, Pat, my day is actually going pretty good. Some of you guys in my Discord might know this, but I totaled my pickup truck a couple weeks ago. I hit a big deer and it just kind of destroyed the front end of it. And I just got the call today that they are almost finished fixing my truck. So that'll be enough biking to work. I guess I'll have my car back, which will actually free up a little bit more time in my life, which is really nice. Other than that, same old Pat. Next question comes from Soto Cube asking, what is your favorite Gan Cube? I'm going to say I really like my Gan 357 because it is white plastic. It's one of the last white plastic cubes that I have and one of the newer ones that I do have, if you call that new at all. But besides that, I think the Gan 11M Pro is my favorite, like modern day Gan 3x3. I think it just kind of peaked at the 11M Pro and well, I guess it kind of went downhill from there with Gan. In my opinion, more expensive cubes, kind of worse performance. I don't know. 11M Pro, that's my preference. Niall Cuber asks, if you had to choose one event to remove, which would it be? I know there's going to be one big hater in my comments for this, but I am not a huge clock fan. I've never owned a clock. I'm sure it's a ton of fun, but I guess since I've never solved a clock, I would probably choose that to be my event to remove, but I guess to each their own with that. ISMOV asks, do you prefer UV or matte? Now, I know a lot of people do prefer UV. To me, it's kind of a lot of extra money for not a lot of benefit. I prefer matte if I had the option between the two. I just think matte works better. I don't know if it's like my fingers are too calloused or whatever, but they really slip on UV coated. I know it's like exact opposite of what the effect's trying to do, but yeah, I would definitely go with matte. Shinju533 has two questions here. First, he asks, how old are you? Your actual age. I am 22, coming on 23 here, so actually pretty old for a cuber in my opinion, but I enjoy the hobby, so I keep going. Two, he asks, how many girlfriends have you had, or do you have? Well, I can't tell what he's asking, so I'll answer both. I've had quite a few girlfriends, most of them in like my high school years, but right now I currently have one girlfriend. Not about that multiple life. I know some people are. Anyway, Boat-Xbox asks, will you stop this series once you have gotten sub 20? Now that's a good question because we are getting really close to sub 20. I'm really interested. Well, I guess I'm on the border. I've been thinking about starting a road to sub 15 series once I can like consistently get sub 20 solves. I think that's the next step. I think road to sub 10 would just take maybe a year and a half. Who knows? I don't have a lot of time to practice, so it's not like I'm improving a ton each week, which is kind of frustrating, but that's what you get for not practicing. I guess I wanted to ask you guys, should I do a road to sub 15 series? I guess I typically get between 10 to 15,000 views on like my Saturday long form videos that are more like comedy. And these only get like 300 to 500 views, these road to sub 20s. So I guess there's not really like a view motivation, or I guess it's not getting enough views to really justify it. But the guys who do like this series, I'm almost dedicated to keep uploading these for you guys. They do take a little bit of chunk out of my week. So I guess you guys let me know in the comments, should I keep doing this series after we reach sub 20, or should we just stick to, Saturday videos and an occasional update on how I'm doing / Q&A. Up to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you decide. Raspberry Cuber asks, what is your favorite snack? This is a loaded question because I love snacks. I'm a bodybuilder, so I'm always eating food. But I say my OG snack. Get ready. Goldfish. You can't beat it. I don't know if you guys have goldfish in like your countries, wherever you're from, but here in America, they're like little fish crackers. I think they taste amazing, and I could literally eat on them all day. And that's the issue, is I have to stop myself from buying them because there's no health benefit in eating goldfish crackers. It's just pure gluten, So I don't know. I think that's like my all-time favorite. Right now, what I've been eating a lot of is Cadbury chocolate. I really love chocolate too. So also eating that. Again, no health benefits, so I have to stop myself from buying it just so I don't, eat myself to death. That would be not good. All right, next question from Gladiator 6. This is from episode 8 where I asked your conspiracy theories, your favorite conspiracy theory. Gladiator asks, do you think this to that life is a simulation? It feels like it. He's asking if like we're living in the Matrix, like some kind of simulation. I guess my perspective, I've got a couple different views on that. One is more of a religious perspective. Those of you Christians who believe in a God, you can take that as kind of like a simulation, like he's overseeing us all from the heavens, So that could be seen as a simulation. But I've also seen theories kind of beyond religion about, that, this whole universe is the makeup of one atom in some larger universe. I definitely could see that being a possibility as well. Just because like you look under a microscope and you see like little microbes moving around, to them, the stuff they're feasting on, the little world they're swimming around in, that is their own world. And there's zero way that they'd ever be able to know that we're up here observing them. So I guess if you kind of zoom out, us as kind of a universe, we could be those little microbes in somebody else's universe. Somebody's just looking at us under a microscope. It's kind of cool to think about, but again, we will never know. There's absolutely zero way we'll ever know. So something fun to speculate about. Getting back to more normal questions, Neurosha asks, what was your first speed cube? So I'm actually curious if you guys know, I guess either of these, because I got them on the same day back in like 2011 or 2012. But I remember Christmas Day, I opened up 2 speed cubes. First was the Moyu Aolong V2. I think a lot of you guys might know that one. That is one of my all-time favorite cubes. The thing was just so awesome back in the day. And the second one was the Dion Zanchi. Again, that was like my backup main. Super stinking good cube for back when it came out. And I ended up modifying that cube. I still have it, but I've sanded down the corners a ton, added a ton of lubricant. I think it's better than it was out of the box. But again, I was like 12 years old trying to modify a Rubik's Cube to make it go faster. So pretty cool. But those are my first 2 speed cubes. You guys should let me know in the comments if you guys have ever heard of those. And you guys see me solving a 5x5 right now in the video. You're probably wondering if this is your first time watching, why I'm doing that in a sub 20 video. That was my little challenge of the week for myself. I don't have any current times on 5x5 solving. And so I wanted to go ahead and just kind of get a baseline solve, which ended up being around 3-ish minutes. Not impressive, but I guess to me, it gives me somewhere to start if I decide to go working on big cubes again. So pretty cool. But again, if you guys made it to this point in the video, comment dolphin so I know if you made it this far. But I appreciate you guys if you have made it all the way to the end. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.